The camera opens on the skyline of Dalton, Georgia, a city known for its small-town charm and thriving carpet mills. Nestled on the outside of town sits Dalton State College. The campus is still littered with confetti from the recent graduation celebration. The camera pans over from Dalton State College, following the main road through the downtown square, zipping by the Wink Theater as the camera slowly ascends above the city line, revealing an ominous factory in the background. The camera lingers on this shot as text slowly comes into focus, reading, Oddity Roadshow, Episode 1, Buzz, Buzz. The camera tilts down from the factory to show the sign of a used car lot that reads, Crazy Carl's Cars. There are 3 potential customers walking into the dealership right now. First up, we see Ron.
Well, he looks like film star Clint Walker, but he wouldn't know to tell you. 6'5", 3 feet wide at the shoulders or so. Just a huge man. He's very muscular, wearing overalls because otherwise it's difficult to find pants that fit. So the straps are hung real long so they don't come all the way up. And just wearing a button-up shirt. Got a big wide-brimmed gardening hat.
A cute sun hat.
Cute. He doesn't think of it as a cute sun hat. He thinks of it as important protection against the harmful UV rays that will damage his
Ron
telomeres.
is so tall, actually, his sun hat provides shade to his 2 friends. He doesn't need it inside, but it does, that's just to get an idea of how fucking massive this man is.
Is he Totoro?
A little bit, honestly. He has the heart of Totoro. So, and then next to him, we see Marlin.
Marlin is about 5'10". He would definitely tell you he was 6 foot or over. Thin to where he looks kind of like, not sickly, but like he could take anybody in a fight. He's dressed very sharply though, like a black button-up, black slacks, and nice shoes, even though it's really hot out. Nice, expensive-looking watch that's actually fake. He's got black hair and a bunch of scars, a couple scars on his face, under his eye. That he's just like sort of looking around, trying to figure out what the best deal is, making sure Ron doesn't get scammed.
And then last but not least, we see Jamie.
Jamie is 5'4", and she has short, light blonde, dark brown hair that comes up. It's wavy. It comes up into like a natural faux hawk. She's wearing cargo pants, really beat up white sneakers, a navy hoodie, and her favorite horse shirt, which says "Horsing Around," and she's got big glasses, and she wears pants year round. So the fact that it's June has no impact. And the hoodie. Yeah. Same thing.
Are they like
year
Coke
round.
bottle glasses or just like big round like Elton John bug-eye glasses or?
They're like big round Elton John, like hipster glasses, but she's not trying to be cool.
Yeah.
She's just also worn these probably since, she was a freshman in high school.
Since way before they were cool.
Yeah.
Here at Crazy Carl's Cars, there's deals everywhere.
I'll spell with C's. We should.
Yeah, also all with C's. What kind of cars are each of you kind of looking at? Tell me, a little bit about what kind of vehicles. We can start with Ron, who's actually buying a car today.
Ron looking for a solid work truck, something that'll hold a lot of tools, maybe carry a couple of associates, but it definitely just get him and his equipment where it's going at the end of the day. He's taking a road trip, but this is celebrating something, and I'm trying to build a life.
For Marlin, you're there helping Ron pick out a car. What kind of car do you think Marlin would be trying to convince Ron to get?
Well, what Marlin is actually doing is he's figuring out the security and if he can come back at night and steal a car later.
Yeah.
So he's checking out like this nice 60s Cadillac like
Okay,
black
yeah,
Cadillac
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But then that's what he wants to do later. How easy it would be to hotwire it, how tight
Yeah.
security is, where the cameras are.
Well, Marlin, I'm not starting an undertaker's business. I can't.
Oh no. Then I'll help you look for a truck and figure out. I
Yeah.
would say Marlin is reasonably aware of cars and how they work, so I
Yeah.
want to help you find something that's like not a lemon.
I feel Marlin.
Oh, now I'm relying on your knowledge
Marlin,
of
while
engines.
looking around, does see the security is tight. Marlin would not be able to break in here, but he himself thinks like I totally could.
Oh yeah,
Like-
he would totally he'd get arrested.
Like
but he'd be like, I'd be
he'd get
fine.
arrested, but like you
Eaten
feel
by a dog.
confident, very misplaced confidence that.
What
that,
else is new for Marlin?
Yeah, that you could get in there. What about for Jamie?
Jamie wants a vehicle that can hold and transport as many animals as possible. So, like a beat up Dodge Ram that just looks like you could take the seats out, fill it with dogs, carry a horse trailer on the back. We definitely, for everyone, we want a good trailer hitch to carry if it's lawn stuff or horses, whatever.
You're kind of on the same page enough, except for the breaking in and stealing a car at night.
I don't tell them that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can-
yeah. But
Ron
there's-
can tell though.
Yeah,
I think
Ron can
knows.
tell.
No, Ron.
Oh, he doesn't know?
I mean, come on, Marlin. I know. Stop staring at that Cadillac. Come on, I know it's beautiful, but we gotta think more practically.
Once again, so wait, so how tall? So you're like
5'10".
5'10", and then Jamie's like
5'4".
5'4". So you really there's a foot between Jamie and Ron, like a full. That's
Marlin hates that he has to look up
Yeah.
to make eye contact.
Marlin's
with you too.
like
he's
the-
always trying to like stand on steps or something when he's near you. Like on the curve to be closer to
Once
eye
you level up enough, you can get the move called Apple Box.
Platform shoes.
It has disastrous religious consequences.
The owner of Crazy Carl's Cars walks up. There was a picture in the front of Carl, but this looks similar to Carl, but a bit younger than the picture you saw. But this man walks up and goes, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Why, Crazy Carl, I presume.
Oh no, Crazy Carl's my father. My name is Deacon.
Well, hello, Deacon.
Yeah, and he just reaches out, shakes his hand. Like I said, does look similar to Carl. Late 40s, black man, salt and pepper, like beard and hair. Very calm man. He just like reaches out his hand for you and shakes Ron's hand. It's a firm handshake. My assistant told me you need a car, and that's what we do here at Crazy Carl's Cars.
That's a remarkable coincidence. Well, I'm looking for something to carry some tools around. We're going to take a long little road trip, so I want to make sure it's a good, reliable vehicle. Easy to clean out on the inside. Seems like a priority for at least two of us. I want reliable more than anything else because I want to make sure it's going to help me out so I can help people out.
Well, those are all very reasonable things you'd want for a car, and that's what we do here. Reasonable deals.
I like carpeting in the back for the animals.
Okay, lots of our cars do have carpeting. I don't know if it's for animals, but once again, very reasonable. I like this.
Well, I mean, we are in Dalton, Georgia. Literally every horizontal surface is carpeted.
It's weird.
Terrible for people
kinda
with curly
gross.
hair. It's
Yes.
a lot of rubber
you-
touch spots places.
You there, kind of looking over my shoulders. Do you have anything that you need for this vehicle?
A decent gas mileage.
Okay, well that's
All
non-existent
things considered.
anymore. No, I'm just joking. We like to have fun around here. And he goes to smile, and it like his mouth barely moves. He goes, so anyways, like I said, we were here about reasonable deals, and also I know what you're thinking. Myself, I'm not as crazy as my father.
Honestly, I was a little worried because
Yeah,
a crazy
honestly,
car is not a reliable vehicle.
We try to change the name. I don't like getting excited.
No, but the Dalton City Council, they made that whole stink.
Yeah,
It's a
they
historical
love it.
sign.
Landmark.
Yes. I always tell people you wouldn't like me if I got excited, and they ask me if I know what movie that's from, and I say I don't like media.
Marlin has this face of like, this guy's kind of weird. It's like, okay.
So, anyways, I'm just here.
That seems like a remarkably freeing approach.
Yeah, I don't understand why people need to be lied to. You can read a book about history, and then you can know what happened, and then you can wait for the next day.
Or you can not read or watch anything. And
Exactly.
You can just hang out with your
You can be there
pets.
selling cars to your friends.
friends.
Oh, well,
Or quite actually, I don't really know you. I sell cars to my other friends. I don't know the three of you. I don't want to get. Anyways,
I appreciate you
Are we
respecting
friends?
our boundaries.
no, we're not friends. I sell lots of cars to friends. I'm not saying that I think you're not friend worthy. I just don't know you, and this is more of a transactional thing of just you're gonna buy.
Transactional friendship.
No, it's not a friendship. He's got a very reasonable boundary drawn around his
Yes.
business environment.
Here,
so he
here
does
at
not.
Crazy Carl's Cars, we like just to be straightforward and reasonable.
It's a little bit of false advertising, I know. Ron sort of bends down to whisper
Ironically,
to you.
which is not straightforward to be advertised.
Some businesses say, one place I went before, they said, when you're here, you're family.
That's an Olive Garden. I do know that because I don't like media, but I love breadsticks.
Oh, me too. So
That doesn't make us. No, I'm sorry. I can tell where this is going. That doesn't make us friends.
Okay.
So I don't.
And we're not family here.
No.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do you need a minute?
I'll come back.
I don't mean to be rude. You are emoting, and I don't know what to do.
I'm not emoting. That's funny. No.
Okay. Oh, your face changed very quickly. Anyways, I was told that it's
It's odd. So yeah, no, let's
Marlin points at Ron. I was
Yeah.
like, he's got the money. He needs the.
great. So what kind of budget are we working with?
You got a very gracious gift, and after some saving up some money from working during school, and I got about $4,000 here.
Oh, that's good. That's enough for.
Might have another $5 or $6 in change. I have to
Yeah,
check
well,
all
no,
my
that's fine.
pockets.
That's enough for probably like a good down payment on something. How about what we can do? We can go ahead and do a quick little credit check, see what we kind of set you up for.
Well, sure. Nothing's more transparent or
Yeah.
honest than the credit check process.
I mean,
that seems like the most reasonable, insane thing in the world.
it's very very straightforward here at Crazy Carl's Cars and Credit. That we're not a creditor too, but we do credit checks to see. Anyways, you guys understand business, so I'm gonna go back and give me information real quick. So he gets Ron's information. He goes and runs it. Comes back and goes, yeah, this just says that you have absolutely no credit. Have you ever like used a credit card or signed up for anything?
Well, no. I'm a young man, and there's been no real call for that so far. I'm relatively young, as I'm only 20. I just turned 21 a couple of months ago.
Okay, that is okay. But we don't really. There's nothing on file, so we can't really start
He's
off.
got $4,000 in the bank.
We
Do
that's
you not have cars in that price range that we could
Cash.
straight up cash?
I mean, not like that he could like drive off the lot today.
You're a used car lot and you don't have anything that's $4,000 or under.
That does seem, dare I say it, crazy.
We got a couple options back here. I think there's a couple trucks back there. There's a couple old vans that you can check out. But like, that's pretty much what you're gonna get for $4,000 today. And then you might be able to, have some luck fixing it up. I don't know how many have you handy. There's a mechanic shop down the road too, but we can help yourself look back there. But once again, so sorry. I don't want to, because I'm just to be honest. If I said anything that I would sell you, I'm not trying to sell you a lemon, but I'm just trying to tell you. These are what you're going to get at other places, and they're barely going to get you off the lot. I want to be straightforward with my deals here at Crazy Carl's Cars.
Straightforward,
again.
Carl.
This is
No, once again, my name's Deacon.
It's reasonable.
Carl was my father, and this is the brand identity of Crazy
So
Carl's
mental
Cars.
illness does not run in the family.
He was straight as an arrow. He had a gambling problem that he liked to gamble on deals all the time. Weird. He was good though. It worked out in his favor.
The business is still here.
Yeah, turns out if you're the house, you can win every time. But the business is still here. But I will say we're a lot more straightforward here. He did a lot of weird deals. I don't. I'm reasonable. Once again, you wouldn't like me when I'm excited because it won't happen. So,
Okay.
You wouldn't like because I won't exist then.
Oh well, that would be a shame.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna go talk to people that have a little bit more money than you.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Just being straightforward here.
I have $20.
Ooh. Okay, you're just clinching onto that real tight.
Just like so we can add that to the amount that we have for the car.
What's the plan here? You're trying to go on like on a road trip?
Hey, we're just all straight out of college, just
Okay.
looking to
Okay.
explore.
Where'd you
Dalton
go?
State.
Oh, Dalton.
Yeah, we all went to
Go
Dalton
Hornets.
State.
Go
Yeah,
Hornets.
go Hornets, man.
Go
Yeah,
carpeted
100%.
Hornets.
Buzz,
Yeah.
buzz, buzz.
Yeah,
buzz,
buzz.
buzz.
That's what we're always saying all the time. We know it. I almost got excited there, and I had to poof out of existence. Those Hornets get me right here.
Try to not excite you. This
I
is
know.
a weird condition that you have that we'll try to accommodate.
Okay.
In
Okay.
conversation. Yeah, we're just a bunch of, and then Marlin suddenly looks
Okay,
so much
okay.
sweeter and like open-hearted, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we just want to go on a trip. We're friends.
listen,
we're really excited. This is all the money that we have."
Buzz.
I've-
Okay.
Do you see does Marlin's eyes look like they's 3 or 4 times bigger right now?
Okay. Here's what I could do for y'all. Anything here, I'm gonna give you for $2,000. You go down to Trailway Motors, you talk to them. We always use them, so we suggest everyone go to. They'll hook you up because any of these cars are probably going to need more than $2,000 worth of work to get them running, especially if you want to go on a road trip. And that's the best I can do for you because honestly, anything you take out of here, it's going to be just kind of taken off my hands, help me out. But that's the best I can do. Once again, sorry, it's just the market is out of my hands right now. I myself would be crazy to sell anything at a loss because then I wouldn't be able to afford
it's
it.
okay.
No, that
Yeah.
would be.
Thank you so much, sir. And Marlin takes his hand.
Yeah, and then,
shakes
he
it
goes
looks
to do the Hornet handshake.
I do the Hornet
Yeah.
handshake.
Please describe that.
No, everyone knows it. Come on now.
knows it.
They don't have
Everyone
to describe
everyone
that
at
to
home's
people.
doing it themselves as they hear it.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
The
a
Hornet.
volunteer.
and
With-
This
shake.
is Joel,
with
not
their-
Deacon.
With their fellow graduates
fellow
of Dalton
graduates,
College. Like, I
yeah.
mean, come on. It's not like
all
everyone's doing
doing
it,
it.
but Hornets fans.
Y'all are looking out back. There's just a bunch of junkers, a bunch of beaters, and then just like seems.
There's
like,
a lot of these personal mobility scooters just piled up.
you make your way through everything. There just looks. It's terrible. It's like hard. Like
I mean, I'm checking it. It's like they wouldn't work. Like I'm looking under the hood.
and he wasn't lying to you too.
Oh,
like,
look at this. It's that car it's one of them little cars at the front door. I can barely, let me try and get in here. Take a picture.
Run.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a picture.
There's a bunch of Teslas back there, but they had one part broken, so the whole thing is just wrecked and ruined.
Everyone, their death lingers over those. People died.
Yeah.
Wow, you smell lithium burning through asphalt?
It's a true haunted thing. But then eventually you do make your way back to the very back of this little Fenton area, and you see looks like to be like a van, but it's got like a tarp over it. The bottom of it does look kind of a teal turquoise, like kind of green base of it. Older wheels, but you got you three come up on that.
Ooh, run.
Well, that's promising. Ron lifts up and flaps the tarp.
It's like, he
Off-
flaps it
off
up.
over.
And you see in front of you. So this is, Marlin, you know a little bit about cars. You're looking over it and you're just like, oh wow, like an old 70s Volkswagen bus. But as you start to look at it, it's not a Volkswagen bus, but you've never seen this make and model
I try to look
before.
up on my phone and I can't find.
Yeah, you
anything,
can't really
right?
see anything about it. You do notice on the front where the Volkswagen is, a 12-pointed star in place of that, what the emblem is. And there's a bunch of bumper stickers on it. You see inside, it looks pretty well taken care of. It doesn't all the windows are intact. And
Is it carpeted?
there is some carpet in there.
Good.
Good. And then as y'all are looking over it, and before anyone can open any of the doors, Deacon pops back up and he goes, "Oh, I was just checking on you, but I just want to say, there's no point trying that one.
Why?
We can't even get it to open up. It was a hassle even getting the toad here. We took it. What do you?" I just told you.
Marlin reaches for the door.
I'm watching you. I just told you.
He pulls it.
You pull it, and then it just doesn't open.
Oh.
He's like, I just told you. That's that Hornet, Fury though. Am I right?
It's the Hornet.
Buzz-
I'm a go-getter.
Buzz, and he goes, now let's do the secret one, and then he does the secret, more intricate Hornet handshake that everyone's doing right now at home.
Ron, you try it. You're stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's locked, it's locked. Ron reaches out his hand, close up on the hand, slows down, cut back to the handle, to the hand, the handle. It makes contact and pushes the little button, and
Nothing happens.
y'all got keys?
Well, no, like I said, so that came a couple months ago. Let's see, Trailway Motors, they just, they said that someone left it there to have them watch over it. And then it's been a couple months, so, we just, anytime they get abandoned vehicles, we'll hold it here for the 90 days we got to, and then, we'll just try to do it. But, we can't get in it. We've been trying to use it. We're trying to use crowbars. We try, Jimmy Way. Nothing's really working on that, so I don't really know.
Well, my uncle was a mechanic, and sometimes he taught me how to, he couldn't get into cars and he needed to, so I know how to get into cars from that, and I could try picking the lock.
Jamie, you have this weird sense that there's kind of carving on the back, and it's not a bumper sticker or anything like that. It is kind of between the driver's side, between the back panel window and the back of it. When everyone else is talking, you just have this feeling that you should go just investigate this, as this carving is in the back of the van, and it actually looks like it's carved, engraved in the van.
In the metal?
Yeah, in the metal.
Okay. Yeah, while everyone's been talking, I'm just still like in awe of the van, walking around it, and I come around to the back and I see those carvings, and I'm drawn to them, and I feel the need to trace them with my hand.
So you start to like run your hand over them, and then you just instinctively start from like the top and then like make your way down to like each one. What's really interesting about this, Jake, is you don't know. And you are in control of what you're doing, but like you just have like, it's just this very innate sense of like, oh yeah, this is what I do. And so like, Marlin, you're talking about you got like a cousin could do this, you're all trying to figure it out. You just kind of hear a click inside of the car, like the little lock things like pop up.
I did that, see? It worked.
Whoa, oh, okay, I guess you do know.
And I just take a couple steps back and keep quiet.
I guess you do know your way around. Okay, well.
Marlin will take credit for anything if you let him.
Told you Marlin knew what he was doing.
Oh, if y'all can actually get this thing to move and go off the lot, I'm not going to charge you anything because it was hard to tow here and we've tried to move it again and I don't get it. And that's why we kind of just put it back here.
Do you think it's like cursed or something?
I don't think that happens.
No, come on now.
Did you just ask me if a car is cursed?
Yeah, you're saying it's creepy and it wouldn't open. I just
I'm
don't
just
want to. I
saying
mean,
it's
it's a
an
really
old,
good. I
shitty
appreciate the
car.
good deal, but like there's a weird aura around it.
Crazy Carl's cursed cars.
Listen, my father used to talk about a lot of stuff like that, but it's all foo hockey, okay? We're not. I don't cuss, I think, as deacon, and so I don't. There's no
hog swallow.
Yeah, I don't believe in like you obviously you seem like your friend saying like cursed. It's just a van that's just kind of crappy.
I mean, sure, Lake Lanier cursed.
Yeah.
But this is a van.
Well, we're talking about
everybody knows
we're
that.
trying to get, even trying to get it up, like the wheels keep locking up, all the brakes are seized up. It's just kind of hard, it's just a lot of hassle to do.
Seems like weirdly well maintained. Like it's in.
Well,
that was the tarp.
Yeah, the tarp was over. Also, we only got it it's only been here for a couple months. So
okay,
it's not,
never mind. Well, thank you.
I just don't want you going around like you just like think things are like cursed every day.
Whatever.
It's like a saying. It's right. You don't mean it literally.
You crazy.
Sure, I don't.
You crazy. You kids. Do
I've
crazy
never seen
stuff
anything cursed or anything occult or bad or demonic in my life. I was just joking.
All right. Well,
It's a Gen Z thing.
Anyway, so you know what? Hey,
Zoomer.
listen. Cursed or not, real or not, you're the one that you said you got it open. Like I said, if y'all can actually get this thing off, I'm gonna give you the Hornet special, and I'll just give it to you. You can try to put as much money as you can into it as possible, but that's on. If that's what
Are you
want.
implying this car is coin operated?
I don't know about that. I mean, that's once again. We kind of, it's just me kind of say I don't know a lot about it. It's definitely a custom job.
We'll be able to get it to move because we're friends.
Well, we're not. Oh, I'm sorry. You meant the three of you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
That makes sense.
I know we're not friends. You told me already.
I mean, your friend over here's talking about curses. You're trying to build friendships with older gentlemen you just met. I just want y'all to have better boundaries.
I was just trying to understand. I wasn't trying to build something.
Oh, okay. I understand that I have overstepped, so I am gonna go ahead and leave you to this.
Thank you for the free van. I appreciate it. Shake your hand again.
Yeah. He does the I'm sorry Hornets handshake.
I accept it.
Yeah.
He can tell by my handshake. I accept this apology.
He knows.
Thank you, Deacon. It's been a very reasonable and, dare I say it, sane time.
Okay, yeah, buzz.
Buzz.
Buzz to you.
He lets you be, and then also at this time, like you can all the van doors are open now, and it's just the three of you.
I look under the hood. I go inside, open the hood. I look. How's it look?
Yeah, it looks really well maintained, but I will say though, like at 100, this is a fully custom job. This does look like the most bare bones an engine can be to actually like go. It's well maintained. Everything's like kind of up to date. Marlin's just kind of like checking out the engine. What about the other two of you?
I'm gonna make my way to the back and just sit in the middle of the back seat and look out the front window, ready to go. I love it. I'm home.
The two seats in the front, then there's this kind of like a conjoined two-seater. Then this one looks like it's modded out to where they could add another little row in there, but there is only like one very back row. So like three people can sit there, two in like the little middle seat, and then there. And so there is kind of like a gap between and the back to where it's nice, it's roomy, there's trunk space, very well maintained, especially for like kind of sitting there for a couple months.
And there's a trailer hitch.
Yes, there is a trailer trailer hitch.
Do you know what load rate it is?
The one you want.
It's just that easy, folks. Just ask
It's
Joel a
that
question
heavy.
he doesn't care to know the answer to.
I mean, I don't know. What can a van pull? A lot?
It depends
Some?
on the hitch you have attached.
You could get like 2 horses in there, I bet.
Oh my god.
Not like, I meant like you can carry a hitch that like can fit 2 horses in it.
No, I know,
Is
and
that
I'm
what-
still very excited
Is
about
that a good amount?
2 horse hitch.
2 horse hitch. That's, yeah, in this world we use horses as weight. Great. Ron, what are you checking out?
Ron is looking to clear a path to get the van out from the junk because we did see
So many
it seemed like we
scooters.
went through a lot of things. So there's
Teslas.
scooters and
Yeah,
Teslas to shovel
yeah.
out of the way. Well, I'm glad we got this allegedly cursed car and not one of these death traps and flips one over.
Yeah, so you're like trying to clear a little path, and then Ron, you start to notice something a little interesting, and you don't have to roll for this because you know.
It's that little P car from the Green Giant commercial that Volkswagen made. Roll.
Yeah, nobody really questions. Like, you're not like strong enough to like pick up whole cars in yourself, but like Ron is just kind of pushing, like popping cars into neutral and not breaking a sweat as he's just like moving these.
It's like
old,
June. It's super hot out.
Moving these old dilapidated cars.
It's the hat. Keeps you in the shade.
Does Ron have a shirt on?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ron is
'cause,
at present wearing a shirt.
Well, because that's the thing about gardening is, even though you're gonna be hot, you gotta cover that skin because
You're gonna be out there all day.
you're gonna be out there all day. But what he does do probably, he has like a long button down under, a long sleeve button down under the
it's
overalls.
rolling sleeves
so yeah, he
up.
can
We're-
roll sleeves up and pop
Yeah,
a couple
Marlin, too.
buttons down. For the now adult fans of this not adult show, just show with adults in it.
It's just we're not
Show
playing.
about adults.
Show about adults.
No longer playing teenage characters based on us
Yeah.
and our friends.
Yeah.
So have a little more
So
leeway.
he's pushing out cars, but what you're finding interesting, Ron, is like you're pushing stuff a little bit over to like the tree lines. You are just kind of noticing like a lot of like the grass in the area not looking healthy, not looking great.
Now, while this may seem remarkable for it being a place where used cars are stored and thus there would be a lot of oil and not a lot of shade,
see, this is the
this
thing.
is unnaturally unnaturally
Well, this is the
sad
thing.
grass.
So you're already like all the grass in the area of like where like all these cars are put. That's obviously like shitty and like cars been sitting there, nothing been able to grow. But I'm saying like you're pushing everything to like the actual like tree line like surrounding it, and you're like seeing into like some of the because like Dalton isn't like in North Georgia. It's a small town. It's just like fucking like woods everywhere around it still. So like, but you are kind of like seeing a bit more into like a more heavily wooded area.
Well, initially, this crazy Carl's was initially just in the woods, and they're like, "Carl, you're
Yeah.
crazy."
Well, that was Crazy Carl's great grandfather, the first Crazy Carl.
It's little Model T Fords.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
in the middle of the
For a
woods.
nickel.
Yeah, he was like he was bootlegging Model T cars back in the day.
That was Crazy Carl's horseless carriages.
Also, you figured out horseless carriages all with starts with a C too, so it's silent. So yeah, but you do just kind of notice. And once again, everything within like you understand would like where all these like used cars would be, that why that grass and like vegetation looks shitty, but you do just kind of see like it doesn't
Not
look
even
great.
the kudzu's growing in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's odd. Well, let me finish shoving this Tesla off the little ledge here into a hole, and then I'll go investigate that.
Yeah. So I go out in the woods and roll to investigate a mystery.
Why, look at me having the first dice roll of the thing.
Oh.
Ooh, it was not a high roll, so that's a 6. So.
You go look around, you peek about. Nothing really seems like
Well, at first this seemed upsetting and somehow
So you
notable,
can
but
tell-
now
you
it's
can-
just.
I'm
I guess
saying
I was wrong.
You can tell that like there is something up out there, but you can't really tell what it is, and you kind of just think like, well, probably is due to the fact there's an extra used car lot. You go back and you think everything's great.
Well, there's a lot of beer cans and stuff back there, which I
Yeah.
don't care for. I'm gonna come back. I might want to come back around and clean
Yeah.
up this litter, but otherwise, it is just, I guess, regular urban
Because
detritus.
you were like you got down on your hands and knees. You were like looking, you check some stuff out, and you're just like, well, they got to fix this pH level out here. Whatever's happening. Agriculture talk. We cut back to Jamie. You're just kind of sitting in the car. You're looking all happy, and then Jamie, you got a feeling again. You kind of feel something about this van is a little up, and you think that you should probably There's like something in it somewhere. You can't really tell where, but you can tell there's something in this van.
That's called not knowing anything about cars, Joel.
No.
It's like you're in a video game. You're like,
No,
there's a
it's
key item inside
like,
of
oh,
this
it's
van.
highlighted.
It's honestly, because this is what's weird. It's not that like Jamie picks up, but like it is kind of like a scent that you're tracking. It's not like a feeling. It's that like you can like, you've just been sitting in this van long enough. There is a peculiar thing that's sticking out to you. But once again, you don't really like put it together that you're tracking a scent. You just kind of like have this sense that like something's like up and different in this van.
I'm going to start in the front of the van and look around the driver's side. Are there keys? Is there anything in the cup holders? And maybe in the seat, there's another $20, and then I would have $40.
Yeah. As you're looking, you don't know where your $20 went. But as you are looking, but there is like there is a glove box there, and you pop it open. The first thing you see is there is a map in there, and then underneath that map, you see a couple of postcards.
Whoa. What? I'm going to take them
Are
out
they
very
picture
excitedly.
postcards?
Yeah.
So you pick up the map, that thing on top. It is of North America. You look at the map. There is like roadside attractions dotted all along it. It's not the exact like, highway map, but you can just be like, oh, like this town. On it, there's like 5 locations that have been circled. On front of the map in handwriting is written for Stefan.
For Stefan. And living in Dalton, I've never met a Stefan before, right?
Not that you know of.
Yeah.
But you look at the map, and it's like, so right now you're in Dalton. That is circled on there. There's like a small little pathway that was taken. The top one, where it seems like it originated at, is Point Pleasant, West Virginia at the Mothman Museum. And then the next one was Prestonburg, Kentucky, at the world's second largest seated Lincoln. And the third one was at Middlesboro, Kentucky at the Coal House and Coal Museum. The fourth one is in Tellico Plains, Tennessee at a big frying pan. And to note, not the largest, just a big one. It's around 6 feet
Fuck
tall.
yeah.
And then now, last but not least, Dalton, Georgia. And what's highlighted there is the Wink Theater. And nothing else seems to be marked.
Yeah,
So-
we're in the top 6 or 7 giant frying pans nationwide.
I'm going to think that this map was given to someone at like a motel where they check in and they have like the little tourism maps and they like the person at the reception circles things. And
Yeah.
I'm going to think Stefan stayed at a charming bed and breakfast at one of these places and went on a road trip in his van. Maybe it broke down and maybe that's how it wound up here.
I like Jamie's imagination.
Yeah.
So nice.
So there are, and beneath that there are 5 postcards. Real quick, I need each of you to pick a number 1 through 9. It can't be the same number.
8.
7.
4. Oh, what do you got there, Jamie? Postcards? I love postcards. They let
I'm
people
still
know where
re-
you've been.
I'm still reading them. I'll let you know what they say.
Excellent. Are they to you, or where'd you?
They were in the van.
Oh, right. Well, I guess.
The van that Marlin
4,
unlocked.
7, and 8.
Yeah, it was 8. Jeez.
All right. So you find 5 postcards.
Whoa.
So on
They're so
they are postcard size.
Yeah.
Those are just bigger, but all the back, like you look at the back of the cards, each of them are kind of just generic ones. Wish you were here. Look at this.
I went to a place.
But
What are the places?
each of those is from one of those 5 places.
Wow, these postcards aren't just like, I went here and saw this thing. They're a lot more personal. I feel a little bit weird reading them.
Well, I mean, if they probably would have put it in an envelope if they hadn't been worried about people being able to read it.
I don't know. Some people don't put things in envelopes and they should have.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read them in order of the date. This one's from January 2nd. I'll say it, but you can't bring this up again, okay? Stefan, you were right. This trip is what we needed. No, what I needed. I know what you wanted was for me to find hope again, and that's exactly what this has done. Now that we know we can take on this wild, open road together, we are ready to take on the world. I'm sure that you're reading this letter out loud and making that face, telling me that this tradition is silly, but it's still my favorite thing we do together after all these years. And yes, I know what you're thinking, but how do I know I sent these in the correct order? I'm sure you know I still have tricks up my sleeves after writing these letters to you all these trips. And I know this trip will be the best one yet. Love, your eternal light. That's so romantic.
Marlin opens the van door. What are you doing? What's
Re-
that?
I found these postcards in the glove box of the van.
Is that a map? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I think it's from like a tour like of the Southeast. It's
That sounds downright romantic. What was that last bit
Marlin's
about?
thinking this shit is cursed.
Yeah, you start to look at the map. The area that it's like folded to is of like kind of southeast, but it does have stuff all across America. Not every single city like is marked. You know, little roadside attractions, fun things like that.
Listeners, if you're worried if your city's circled, it is.
Should I keep reading?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd hate to only hear one of them. That's just the start of the story. It sounds like they're all going to be. I mean, yeah.
I think they're all from your eternal light. I wonder what that means.
I'm sure it's. I'm
Marlin
sure
has a
it's
face
nothing.
of like, this shit's cursed. This is weird. He pulls out a lighter from his pocket.
But we can't burn them.
I'm not gonna burn it. Whatever. And I sit towards in the back of the van. And I start messing with it, but I can't get it to light.
This one's from May 10th. They don't have years on them though, so we don't know how old they are. But they weren't written with like a quill, so they're not that old.
Yeah, they are all handwritten.
Look like ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. May 10th. This may have been my favorite month. I don't see how we'll top it, at least this trip. I can't believe I lived this long without eating fish on the coast. We were practically in the ocean at the dockside bar yesterday. I still can't believe it was all paid for by that couple. I love that they were on a second honeymoon at their age. It seems like they know the secret to a happy marriage. We'll be like them down the road when we're older, I promise. And when we're old and gray, I will tell you every day that I love you. I'm sure I will have no problem keeping you entertained either. Now to start to gather as many snow globes as she said she had. I wonder what little knick-knack thing I start to collect. Or what about you? I could see it being name tags. Love, your eternal light. Name tags are like a weird thing to collect.
I think they mean those little the little license plates with with your name on them.
I thought they meant from like meetings.
I guess it could be from like various restaurants or establishments you go to. You just ask for it or just steal it from. I mean, stealing. It seems like I guess that's its own special thrill, though. Whatever keeps them towards that second honeymoon, I suppose.
When I was little, I asked the waitress at a Waffle House for my own name tag, but she said I couldn't have one.
Well, you didn't work at Waffle House. That would have been stolen valor.
I just liked it.
So Jamie and like Ron, you're all sitting like the front seat reading these, right? And then Marlin,
I'm a couple seats back, messing with
you're
the
like
lighter,
in the very back row, messing with your
getting
lighter, right?
agitated because I can't get it to work.
You give me a read a
shit.
bad situation check, Marlin.
Okay, so it's roll plus sharp. I get the hold one. I think to myself, I'm like, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? I'm kind of like, I stop messing with the lighter and I kind of like look around because I get a weird vibe, right?
Yeah.
I get a weird vibe and they're distracted looking at the cards, so I kind of like sit up straight.
Yeah.
And
So
I, like,
yeah,
look
you
around.
get like you do get like this weird vibe as like you're starting to like notice what's going on, and then you, on the side of your leg, feel this cold worm making its way up your pant leg.
Marlin just like screams and is like trying to rip his pants leg up to see what it is.
Yeah.
And he takes immediately he's like taking his knife out.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
You pull it up like right up to like the bottom of your knee, and like what you see is this light gray, very large worm make its way right up your pant leg. 'Cause, like you pull it up. So like,
Okay,
'cause,
then
like,
I'm
you
taking
see-
my pants
yeah, so,
off in
yeah,
the back
so,
of the
yeah,
van.
So you're trying to. Yeah,
What's
so-
that?
What's
happening?
Fucking worm on me. What the fuck?
What?
I said this van was cursed, and I'm like, there's like a weird worm monster thing. Help! And then I'm like trying to take my pants off.
Yeah, so as you're trying to take your pants off,
Ron tries to turn around, and you hear a loud metal thunk as his head just
Yeah.
sits
So
square in the
you-
top of the
you,
thing.
like,
Well, calm down, Marlon.
So-
I'm excited about the truck too.
so Ron, you try to turn and like you thunk and hit your head, and like so you're having to like bend over to like try to make your way back. And inside the pocket of your overall falls out a similar looking worm.
Oh, now hold on. Now that's a pull out my trowel and
Yeah, so you pull up your trowel and you pick it up and you look at it. You have never seen something like this in your life. It looks similar to an earthworm, but it is larger. It looks like malformed, and it looks like it has like weird lesions on it.
Well,
Ugh.
that is deeply unpleasant. And Ron throws it out what I'm hoping is the open side
you
door of the
throw
van.
it out, and as that's
and
happening,
goes to help Marlin
You're feeling it's like not making
No,
your way
okay,
up your
I'm
back.
actually trying to use the lighter now.
So yeah, so you flick your lighter. Give me a weird check.
My weird is -1.
Oh, this whole thing's pretty damn weird.
7.
Okay, so what happens
It works
is...
in perfectly.
So what happens is you flick it, and you two have never seen this, but this 1.5 foot tall, it's hard to like see them in any kind of shade because they're just pure like darkness looking skin.
It's like sulfurous smoke.
Yeah, like sulfurous
pops.
smoke pops up, and you go, oh, what do you fucking want this time?
Get this fucking thing off me! There's a worm on me. Help!
What? Don't get
I'll let you
worm.
go. There's like a fucking worm thing on me.
You
Can help
say
me
you're
get it
letting me
off?
go every time, and you don't do. Okay. Anyways, where's the worm at?
I don't know. I'm like, it's in my,
Oh my
shirt
God!
or something.
Wait,
Can you help
put
me
your
get it?
pants back. Okay, hold on. Let me just.
So
grab-
it's like a little.
Okay, no,
think of like Painted Panic from Hercules. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Like a little tiny, like 1.5 foot tall, like
Yeah.
imp thing who's so tired of Marlin's bullshit.
and he's like, as Marlin's,
help,
and
help.
he just like puts his hand. Okay, hold on. Let me just see. Okay, how much do you like this shirt?
You can get rid of it. I don't want this thing on me. It's got lesions and
like
shit.
you see him like bite his finger, and then it's just like he like throws this like kind of weird like void blood on you, where your shirt just starts to disintegrate, and it doesn't hit your skin, like doesn't burn your skin. And as he just goes, oh, and then he grabs the worm, like, and and what you could tell was it was going like for your mouth.
Do you know what it is?
And he goes, oh no, this thing is gross, but I mean I got it,
So it's not from hell. You don't know what? You've never seen that before?
You already got your help. And then he just poofs away, and then the worm just kind of falls on the ground. It got off of you.
I
but
stomp it. I start stomping
Yeah,
it.
you do stomp it. You're
With my,
able.
like, nice
you don't have
shoes.
to roll. You're able to just stomp it and kill it.
Does it squish on the carpet?
Yeah, it's very gross. It's big. It splatters a lot.
I thought you said we were going to keep it clean in here.
I'm sorry, Marlin. What was that?
A worm.
No, I know. I also had, but I mean the little, hey, about half-meter tall little gas cloud fella that turned into a little fella and then sprayed blood on you that burnt your shirt off and then
We got a thing. We
and
got
then
a deal.
disappeared.
He's a guy. I got a guy. He's my guy.
Is it an animal?
No, it's an imp. I found this lighter and I can summon.
Oh, you've had that. That's a nice ladder. You've had that. Yeah, you've had that about all semester, hadn't you?
Yeah. I figured out how to use that because I don't really fully understand it. I have like a little contract with a little.
Wait.
demon
Do all
guy.
ladders do that?
No.
What's an imp?
It's like a little mini demon guy. He's
Demon?
pretty chill. He has to do what I want when I summon him, but I keep it pretty simple.
He seemed real mad about it.
No, he doesn't like it.
Right. Sure.
That sounds very one-sided.
I shrug. I'm like shirtless.
Also,
Is there, like, blood all over me?
Yeah, so
My
like
pants are undone?
you took your pants off. You're still like in like whatever underwear Marlin wears, and then like your shirt, it's got holes all on it. Once again, it didn't like actually burn your skin, but it did like burn through the jacket and the shirt, so he could like get to the worm immediately. Ron, you found yours before it even started moving, and you threw out the window. Marlin, it was actively going for your mouth, like it was trying to make its way out.
And I didn't have any worms on me.
You didn't have any worms on you.
Oh, good.
Is there someone I know that I could call that would be like a worm like who would I would have like a guy, right?
The Dalton Worm Man.
The worm man.
The Dalton worm. You do.
Oh, Danny Compost.
Because
Compost.
especially too, because like Ron even was like did not recognize, like he got a good enough look at
Look,
the
I
worm.
know me a worm.
Yeah, and so where this is not a normal worm.
Ron's worm had lesions. Did your worm have lesions?
Yeah, they look like this.
That sounds like a person.
They look like the same one.
Marlin is so grossed out.
It's an adult show
It's
now.
an adult show now, yeah.
I don't know anything about worms, but they didn't look healthy.
I don't think that's like a natural animal. I think that's something. Okay, yeah, guys.
Now that I'm thinking of it, that didn't seem real. There's a
Yeah.
gross patch over by the forest. It didn't seem quite right.
But you do know. You
thought it was just litter and
there
dip
is-
cans, but
There is somebody that you
Vape
know
juice.
to call for like weird stuff like this, but also it's a gamble if you're gonna get anything besides just a long-winded story out of them.
I mean, I want to know what this is about.
well, first thing I'd like
I
to
gotta
do
get
is
a new shirt too.
we gotta get you a shirt. We gotta get this van out of here. Let's look. We can read the rest of these cards shortly. Let's look around for some keys. See if there's any way to get this thing started.
Okay, while you read the cards, I'm gonna go see if Deacon has any shirts from the dealership.
Wait, do you want
I
to
can-
borrow my hoodie?
Will it fit?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty
This'll
big and
be
baggy,
kinda-
right?
Yeah, it's
thank
big
you.
on
Well,
me.
is it okay if I got this weird imp blood all over me?
The imp blood dried up. Like as soon as it
went
hit
away?
you, it like disintegrated clothes and like went away. It didn't really stain anything.
I-
The stain is the burning.
Marlin is a little bit more shy about changing in front of you than you would think he would be, but he says thank you. He takes the hoodie.
Like kind of
and
ducks down in the back.
He ducks down in the back and changes away from everybody and puts.
While Ron is like looking for keys, you look in the glove box, and Ron, your hand is just so fucking big because you're such a large person that you're not even trying to find this, and you accidentally find like a little like hidden cubby inside of the glove box.
Also, for everyone listening, should Google Clint Walker like right now.
Yeah, no,
If you
he's
haven't,
fucking
you
massive.
need to like
That's-
look at him to
Yeah, but you do find you find like little breakaway wall that for
Oh,
like a
my
little,
pinky.
Yeah,
Oh
like-
no.
yeah.
Oh no. I hope I didn't damage the vehicle.
and then inside that you see a sack, probably about the size of like a baseball mitt.
That's a pretty big sack.
The way that it looks like it's like in there too. Because like it's like there's the glove box and it's like deeper towards like it's this kind of like a cavity within like the engine.
what's in the sack?
Well, let's find out. Look, y'all. I found some kind of sack. It's well, some might call it. I mean, it's pretty small to me, but others might think of it as larger. And let me pull open the drawstring here, which is a traditional sack closure method, and take a look.
So you pull out. There's 4 things in there. The first of which is a small like little pocket watch bag, but inside of that is
A second smaller sack.
inside of that is a third small. No, inside of that, inside of the little pocket watch bag is a tuft of black fur. Then there is a petrified lump of coal. Then you
Or a lump of coal, as
Then you-
the geologists will know it.
well, see, this is because like some coal, like even with like Ron's strength, like it is unbreakable. Like it is completely. You can tell that it is coal, but like it doesn't crumble up at all. As you find an still not huge, but abnormally large for a beetle size, the exoskeleton of a beetle. And then you find a jar with these bug fish-like eyes in it.
I know enough about fish from fishing locally that if it was one of our local breeds, I would recognize it.
It's not a local breed. The eyes themselves are very, very intricate. Actually, you probably would know about them from doing veterinary research. But
Whoa!
the mantis shrimp is far smaller than these eyes. These eyes look like they'd be to a larger
really
one.
cool.
Not fucking huge, but still just like, yeah, they look really cool. Look
I
up
love
mantis shrimp.
I love mantis shrimp. Marlin
Yeah.
wouldn't care, but I like them. They're really cool. I gotta be in character, so he just says, "What
And
the
then
fuck
I'll
is
say
that?"
this, just for Ron, you would recognize this. Once again, it's larger. It's the exoskeleton of a diabolical ironclad beetle. But here's the thing: they're mostly found in California and in the West Coast. So
Now this is a downright diabolical iron-shelled beetle, and I don't believe it belongs around these parts. It's far too big, for one, and also, I mean, unless somebody's running some kind of juiced-up bug wrestling ring, which is again
Bug
a very
wrestling?
any sort of the bug fights. What they have 2 beetles and they push against each other. People train them. It's an odd.
Marlin's aware.
And but it shouldn't be here, and it shouldn't be this big. And I mean, those are what those.
The mantis shrimp eyes are larger than they should be as well.
I don't care for that either. I don't.
I've never seen them here in Georgia.
I mean, they don't usually get this far inland. No.
We only have like the red lobster down the road.
Sure, and those are butterfly shrimp, not mantis shrimp.
Well, and the red lobsters at the Red Lobster.
Of course.
Yeah, they have weird eyes. You shouldn't eat them.
I
Because
tend
they're
to eat mostly. I fill up on the biscuits mostly.
those are good. When you kill them because they're invertebrates, they don't die for a really long time, even when you're boiling them alive or cutting their heads off.
Marlin looks like, what the fuck? Jamie's like this sometimes.
yeah, like you just like you're putting like the hoodie on. You're like, what in the
Tastic.
Well, I won't eat lobster anymore.
Yeah,
Around you, Jamie,
It's
I don't-
sad. It's really sad.
And this lump of coal, I mean, I don't know a huge amount about Earth, but usually coal's pretty brittle. It doesn't just you can't just like clunk, throws it onto the floor. You can't really break it up. It's weird because it's definitely light, but it's tough.
I just want to say, I said the van was cursed before we even got in.
Well,
there.
you say everything's cursed.
Do you think maybe someone got that in their stocking?
I mean, this is more of a sack, as we said earlier. Not so much a stocking, but I don't know that there's a. I mean,
Does it look like Santa's sack?
No,
What
it's
color's the sack, Joel?
No, it's
fur
like,
lined. What kind of fur?
It's just like a tan
Mary Red.
sack material.
Okay.
But when you pick it up, though, a little bit of dust does fall off, and you're ho 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 in the van. Hold on, I gotta change some notes.
Krampus.
Yeah. This
Welcome
giant.
to Oddity's sleigh ride. Oh no.
This man walks in with a bunch of kids in a basket on his back, and he's got like a switch in his hand. Goes, "Who's been naughty? We're an adult show." No,
we all point at Marlin.
Yeah. That does not happen. But what does happen, as y'all are doing this, though, the lights
This
on the
tuft
van.
of black fur is bigger than any other tuft of black fur I've seen.
Actually, it is. If you looked into it. Anyways, the headlights on the van turn on, and in front of you, you see Deacon.
Well, now, I mean, I guess this didn't seem like this would have a remote start, but I guess he found the keys.
Hold on, look at him. Does he look weird?
He's got a smile on his face.
No!
Oh, that is unsettling.
Wait. Maybe he wants to be friends now.
He looks kind of excited.
Lock the van.
You're trying to lock the van. There's no there's no
real traditional lock mechanism on this.
In old cars they don't have like the lock all
Well,
button.
I reach. I'm trying to manually lock it.
So you're trying to manually lock it. And then like as you were hitting the Marlin, it's just kind of like you're locking and it's popping right back up.
He said it needed work. I guess it's got too much spring in it.
Marlin looks so freaked out.
Yeah, and then as it
His
happens,
hair's like out of
the
place and
headlights
his
start
eyes
to
look
kind of
huge.
like blink as you start to see Deacon is walking more forward.
No, he must be. He's just excited he found the keys.
No, he's possessed by a worm or something.
I think he wants us to leave. He said we could drive it off the lot, but we have to get it off the lot. So
Yeah,
he's
and
probably just wanting us to do that.
Yeah, and then he found the keys. He comes down, he turns the lights on, kind of spook us out, and wake us.
Saying, go on, get.
Yeah. Now that's got to be what's happening. Come on now. The worms are gross.
Y'all are just talking about this. He does
like,
just.
can we
he
leave? Can
he
we
makes
leave?
his
No, no,
way
no, no.
to like.
I mean, I can't leave without the keys
to
if
the
he's got the
side door
keys.
of the van as he's
Ron,
like
don't let him in. Ron,
he's
don't
going
let him
to
in.
open the side door of the van.
All right,
Ron,
now.
hey, you know how sometimes you think everything is fine and I say it's not fine and I turn out to be right?
Well, that's fair.
Because
I'll
I'm
hold the
naturally a lot more
door.
paranoid than you are.
Like he's like trying to open the door, and then Ron, you're a strong guy. You don't have to roll for this. You're able to like hold it, but like Deacon, he's an older man, but like he's putting like his all in there. I got some news for you about the van and the deals.
Well, how are the deals out there?
Oh, you got come inside. Check out these deals we got.
I think he's having a medical event.
What kind of? How would you characterize the deals?
Crazy.
Well, now that's.
Oh no, he said he wasn't crazy.
That's a little-
He said that was his
I
father.
think he's possessed by a worm thing.
Hold on, hold on 1 second. Ron rolls the window back up and he right down the crack.
Yeah.
I think Marlin's right.
As soon as
Well,
you
it
say
does.
that, Deacon slams his head into the windows trying to break it.
Oh my God.
It's very sturdy glass. It's a good test.
Do we don't have the keys, right?
Don't.
Can we leave? Fuck.
I mean, and the car is not started. The
It's not
lights are
started.
just on.
And also, once Deacon walked away for the lights turned themselves off.
Can I try to just use the gas pedals?
Yeah, you're just sitting on the gas pedals with
Like
nothing's
pushing it
happening.
with my foot. Go!
I'm gonna roll to manipulate someone. I don't think it'll work, but I'm gonna try to talk my way out of it.
That's a 10 plus.
It's a 12. Because I'm a grifter, I get to ask you what will convince this person to do what I want. You have to answer honestly, but not necessarily completely. And also, if I can't, I can't. Like, I accept that.
Negotiating with a brain word.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Because what seems right now is they want to talk. They do want to talk about deals to you, and they want to talk, and they do want to get in the van. They do see, but it doesn't seem like. It doesn't seem like it's like actively trying to like aggressively attack you, but it's just trying to get to you.
Hey, Deacon, give me 5 minutes, and I also love deals. I love deals so much.
That's
It's my
true.
favorite shit in the whole world. I love deals.
Okay,
I love savings.
Buzz, and he goes Buzz.
No, stop! I'll come inside in just a minute.
head
I'll come
on
inside
it.
in just a minute.
Yeah, but also glass is so fucking strong, hardly even it's cracking. Yes, it is, but not breaking.
Deacon, go back inside. I'll come talk to you about deals.
And he goes, Buzz. And then you see him like walking, and like he's like taking like normal steps, and every once in a while it's just like his body just like shudders and
It's
stuff
like
like that.
Edgar in Men in Black.
Yeah,
That's
very
exactly
much,
what I
very
was
much like
thinking of.
Edgar in Men in Black. As like he's
because
making his-
Marlin has seen movies.
Yeah, he's making
unlike another character
Yeah, he's
I
making
played.
his way back in, and he's like, "All right, 5 minutes till deal time."
Okay.
You know who reminds me of is Vincent D'Onofrio in Full Metal Jacket.
Ron, was that a deliberate joke or just the way your brain works?
Nah, I was just funning you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, what the fuck do we do?
Can we try to find the keys? I feel like we should leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking for the keys. I guess I check under check the
Visor?
The visor. That is, I guess now I realize it a reasonable place to put keys, and pulls down the visor.
So you're like looking. You like open the visor.
I feel
look,
foolish not having checked here before.
There is a little matchbook that drops in your lap.
Well, I mean, I suppose these matches will be useful later. And
What is the matchbook saying?
It's for Trailway Motors.
Oh yeah, let's go.
That's where we need to go.
Now, how did they get in here?
They're
They
like
said they
across the
couldn't
street,
get in
right?
here.
Yeah, they're like a few blocks down the road.
We need to get there.
I
for the
call
car.
them.
You call, and then a lady named Gabrielle answers the phone. Trailway Motors, how can I help you?
Hey, Gabrielle, I'm at Crazy Carl's Cars.
Oh, Crazy Carl's Cars, how's Deacon doing?
He's not doing good. There's something wrong. There's something weird. Can you guys like sit? Like
There's something wrong with him.
There,
I mean,
he's
He's
smiling
excited.
a lot. He's really excited.
oh,
Yeah,
you
like
wouldn't,
Reverend
he
Ryan
always
said.
says you wouldn't like him when he's excited, but I don't know what that
We
means.
don't.
We
don't.
think there's something
right.
wrong with
Oh.
him. Can you like sit?
Well, this is just Trailway Motors. We do, the hospital is just 911.
Well, also we got into the van that was here that you guys left here.
A van? Oh,
You know the van that nobody could open. The like weird.
oh you
Teal
guys,
van.
oh,
The
you guys
teal
do the
van.
teal
Yes,
van?
the teal van. Yes,
Well,
my friend.
good for y'all, I guess. That's more than we could do for it. So I guess, do you want to bring it in for... Wait, shouldn't you be calling 911 for Deacon, though? Didn't you say he's...
I don't know if 911 can help him. I don't know what the fuck is
Well,
happening. It might make
their-
it worse.
That's
I mean, you
their
know what?
job. I mean, I'm
You
not
might
talking-
ask me- you told me to call the cops on someone?
No, I'm not saying 911 also goes to the ambulance. I'm not saying call cops on anybody. I'm saying call him an ambulance. There should be separate numbers.
He was like banging his head against the window and yelling about deals. I bought us about 5 minutes. It's been about 3.5 minutes. I just figured
well,
if we needed more manpower, a few people,
I don't.
like,
I think that does sound like more of an ambulance situation. I mean, but we can try to. If you got in the car, we can try to help you fix that.
do you know where the keys
Tell him
are?
to come pick up the car.
Yeah, can you come help me get the car moving? I don't know where the keys are. We can't find the keys. We found a matchbook. We found.
I mean, yeah, if you you want us to tow it to the shop, that's fine. I
Yeah.
do have to urge, though. You're still talking a lot about his car. Will you go ahead and call 911 for Deacon, though?
Okay,
He's
I
the
will
pres-
call an ambulance. I feel like it will only escalate this strange situation I'm in, but I'll do it for you if you'll come
I
tow
don't
the
know
car.
what a lot of medical situations you've been in. Usually, they do help if he's hitting his head.
Have
on
you ever
thi-
seen a giant worm covered in lesions?
You're asking a lot of questions for calling a mechanic shop here. I don't.
But they don't know where the keys are?
No, I don't think they know where they get, but they'll come tow the car. Okay, I will definitely call 911.
Yeah, great. Call him. We'll send the tow truck over there, try to get it, and then make sure just make sure Deacon's okay. Hopefully he's fine. Maybe he was just too calm for too long and he snapped. Once again, I just work at this mechanic shop with my wife, so.
Okay, thank you, Gabrielle. Okay, bye. I hang up. I'm debating on calling 911. I don't want to.
And also, you did see Deacon go back inside, and you do know there's like other employees and stuff in there, and there was people like because like it's still like it's like late afternoon. It's still not like super late.
I call Crazy Carl's Cars.
Yeah, you call Crazy Carl's Cars, and it's just ringing.
Oh fuck. Okay, I do call an ambulance.
Should we barricade him inside?
Can we?
I mean,
We'll just smash the glass
he can
with
put
his body.
Ron can put the Teslas up against the doors.
Well, no, I feel like the motors have started to lock up after I gave him a couple of pushes. I think vines got tangled in there, but I mean, we can try. But there's
You're
a lot of
strong,
glass.
Ron.
There's a lot of glass on the exterior that I feel like they're gonna. I mean, if they want to make deals, they're gonna try and get out there and make deals. I assume they all will want to make deals. Is that?
Maybe they'll all have some other weird thing. I do call an ambulance.
Yeah, you call like yeah.
I say he's having a seizure. I lie.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we'll send out an ambulance right away. Thank you. Can I get your name and then like you just hang up before.
Yeah.
I mean, what if there's
I use
just
my
two
Google
of them?
Voice number
Yeah.
too. I didn't use my real.
This is an emergency. Someone's having a seizure.
Like in Better Call Saul when he's got
Yeah.
the like toilet paper tube with a thing on it.
Can you ask your imp friend to fix him?
I can't. I don't. Also, like timeout. I don't want to summon it all the time.
No,
to
here's the
fix
thing.
stuff.
Pretty much, you would already know that like there is like a small. You haven't figured out the exact time, but there's like a good few hours window at least before you can ever get it to work again. So it's just one of those things.
Like burned it.
Yeah, because there's no real fuel in there, but it's just the idea. So it's not just always like. So once you can summon him, it just takes a little while to summon him.
I
back.
try.
Yeah.
He's not picking up. I do think I didn't waste it today, though. I was about to get whatever the fuck was about to happen.
No, the worm was quite close to your face. And
I do. Here, how about I call? You were talking about someone I could call who might be able to help me.
Yeah, you do. You know, you've talked to this guy before. You've come across him in some of your searchings. His name is Cobb, and just a little quick shout out. We won't be doing this for everybody because not everyone gave us money on our Indiegogo because we only live to 7. But this is an NPC from Cale Harder, and he has given us the NPC Cobb, who is an associate of yours. Surprisingly enough, taller than Ron. Ron hasn't met him yet, though. But so, like, you pick up the phone to call him.
I put it on speaker.
Yeah, and then we cut over we see this, like, 6'10", completely hairless man, and he's dressed in a tailor suit that has seen better days, but definitely was very nice back in the day. And this is just a note. We don't really smell it through the phone, but you get the sense of it. He's wearing way too much cologne.
Oh, Marlin. How long has it been? Good old friend Marlin. Let me tell you, I think the last time we were talking, what was that about? How's the book? Did you find the book?
Don't worry about the book right now,
Oh,
Cobb.
I love it.
I'm in an
Cobb loves
emergency.
a good,
I might
good
die,
book.
and then I won't tell you about the book
Lots of
anymore.
books about dying out there, Marlin. That's the thing. That's the thing about the written word. It lives past us. I keep telling you to write those
No,
memoirs.
it's one of the features of books.
Cobb, have you seen any weird worms? Like, they're gray worms. They have lesions. They might be possessing people.
I've seen quite a few legions in my day. Let me tell you.
On worms,
God,
Cobb. Stay focused.
On worms.
Stay focused.
Now here's the thing: the worm at the bottom of tequila. What you get? I would tell you about when I went to Cabo.
Cobb.
Yes.
Worms with lesions, big gray worms that possess people.
Marlin.
He does this every fucking time.
Well, I gotta tell you, I got some of the best opium I've ever got in my life.
Jamie, do you think Cobb went to Cabo because of the?
Let me tell you. So gray
Name.
worms.
Gray worms with lesions.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let me look.
I will pay you in drugs for this information later.
Well, that's the only way Cobb likes to get paid. You
Yeah,
know
I
me.
will pay you in drugs later.
Did I
Just
tell
help
you
me
that
with this right
I
now.
followed Garcia on tour. You know he was a psyop.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so let me look for. Would worms gray? So do you think I should
Big
look
gray worms
I have a
with
file
lesions.
here. G or W? Which one should I look under first?
W for worms.
W for
primary
worm,
thing is that's a
subsect
giant worm.
gray, subsect lesions. I'm never digit filing.
No, Jamie, do you think that Marlin thought that this conversation was going to go this way when he put it on speaker?
Now I do have
subject both of
some
you guys
worms
to-
here. Now what is the worm doing? You said it has lesions.
Trying to get in someone's mouth, perhaps possess.
Oh, okay. Worm subsect possession.
I'm looking around to make sure there's no more.
Yeah,
and like looking at the dealership and like waiting for the tow truck and
So
ambulance.
you don't see.
I'm like peeking around.
You don't see any in the van. But if you are like looking outside of the van, and that's because you're like looking for them, you do notice there is a bunch of them.
Cobb, there are a bunch of them around here.
Okay.
You won't get any drugs.
I've learned I don't know what to expect from Marlin.
Now here's the
Now that's the fun of being friends with
Now
Marlin.
here's the thing here. Worms never do a lot of the possession stuff. Now a modified worm that can do a lot. That's the thing about.
Modified worm?
Well, that's because I don't have anything on here.
I motioned to Jamie to write the stuff
Now you
down.
said it had lesions on it.
Modified
Disgusting
worm.
lesions all over it. It was like snake-sized. It was like a big...
that's where the modification comes in. Usually that's not worms aren't really. I mean, lots of them. I'm sure there's probably worm cancer. Did I ever tell you about my grandfather? He
Who's
had cancer.
modifying the worms?
Well, my grandfather didn't modify worms, but he did have cancer, and so I did. Wait, the worms?
Is it like in
We need to know about the
Beethoven
worms.
Did the
where they're doing the experiments on the puppies? But it's worms?
Wait, so there's worms in the pups now. Puppy worms are different. That's a lot different than. So
Stop!
then you go to a veterinarian. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so if you could, maybe I don't know. Do you have a picture?
Yeah, I sent him a picture. I already had taken one.
It would have been nice if you could have gotten and not splattered as much, but
Yeah, well, it's in my carpet, all
Let
right.
me look at this. Man, that voice sounds very tall. I enjoy it. Let me look here. So I don't have anything necessarily on this worm right here, but maybe
Please,
what
Cobb.
I could
Please.
do. Maybe what I could do is call a couple of people. Now you said
We are surrounded
Why
by
would you say the
these.
possession?
There was a guy who was normal
Okay.
10 minutes ago who was like walking like Edgar from Men in Black. You know
Okay,
Edgar
and
from Men in Black? Vincent
I
D'Onofrio.
do love. Surprised enough, I love Men in Black 3 the most. That's what a lot of people
And
know
the worm
about
tried
me.
to go in your mouth.
The worm tried to go
Mention
in my
that.
mouth.
Ooh, parasite. Okay.
Marlon looks so disgusted.
Okay.
Now, this
whole
man needs
enterprise.
some sort of taxonomy or
Now,
some some kind of monster Dewey
also,
Decimal
too, like, we
System.
keep cutting back to like Cobb and like in the camera, and he is just in like walking into like room after room after room of like filing cabinets. There's like cryptids on the walls. There's like weapons, and it's just like he's just flipping on switches, blowing dust as he's like looking through all these things. He goes,
Now, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice here from Cobb to Marlin, Marlin to Cobb.
Yes.
Don't let the worm get in your mouth.
Okay. Thank you. I hadn't
Write
intended
that
to.
down, Jamie.
No worm in
What happens if it does?
In my experience, anything that goes from the mouth right away is either too friendly or too aggressive, sometimes both.
That's actually a pretty good rule. Write that down
that's
also.
pretty good advice.
I
Yeah.
would write that down, too.
Too friendly.
Too friendly. Yes. But I will say this. I can look up this a little bit. But what I do think is going on right here is you got yourself a downright case of some creature modification, probably for some hijinks, probably for some profits and whatnots, and some things like that. That's usually one of the two things that's happened.
Okay,
So-
Cobb, you can use less words to say more. I'm sorry,
here's
I'm not
the
trying to
thing.
be rude.
Here's
I'm
the
scared I'm
thing.
gonna die here.
I'm trying to think of a good old mint julep recipe while I'm saying all this too. I got a little party I'm going to later tonight. Anyways, I'll go ahead and send this around. Get some of my other
What can we do to keep them out of our mouths?
close your mouth.
I feel like
Mouth
that was so.
guards, mask, numerous things. What do you do? Excuse me, man. What was your name there?
Jamie.
Jamie, nice to meet you. My name is Cobb. Some people call me Cobb because that's my
I know
name.
your name. I don't want to die.
Okay, well, Jamie, I don't want to die. I don't want to die either, but, that's just the inevitability of life there.
You sound like you should take better care of yourself.
He does a lot of drugs.
You're preaching to the choir here, Jamie. Well, take that down. Cobb needs to take better care of himself. Yes, he does.
Okay, Cobb, you're gonna get
You
more
don't have to
information.
write that down, Jamie.
Anyways, no, I want to tell. Just whatever you do to keep things out of your mouth in the everyday life, usually like that. I mean, did the worm? Did it like open your mouth? Did it pry it open, or did it?
I took care of it before it could. I don't know
Yeah,
if
so
it
just
will.
kind of.
I mean, it's a worm. It ain't exactly
Maybe
got a lot of prying.
Jim, you ever gone out and take a walk in the woods, and then you do a little tick check afterwards? You'll make sure you got
You said tit check.
that's the way I speak is sometimes.
Yep, still got them.
Sometimes people do think that I say things differently, but that's just a Cobb for you.
Okay, Cobb, so you're saying we should be checking ourselves?
Check yourself regular for ticks. That's the thing about Lyme disease.
Wait.
A lot of people don't know about.
One time, someone told me to check myself before I wrecked myself.
Jamie, I feel like you got a book going on over here with all this good advice we're writing down.
You told Marlin to write a book. I'm not writing a book. I'm just taking notes.
Well, you were the one taking notes. I told Marlin to write little memoirs about his tales and tribulations.
Don't worry about those right
like
now.
old Cobb likes to do anyways. But what were we talking about? Was it about the fact
The modified worms.
Okay, I was about to
Are
say
they trying to
grandfather
possess
had
us?
cancer.
Are they trying to kill us?
Probably one of the two. Usually, I'm gonna say this, if they're trying just to go for the mouth right away, they're probably just kind of doing a job, Now, who
Someone
hired them
sent
to
them?
do that job?
Do you think they targeted us?
Are they be
They're
paying?
hired worms?
In dirt?
I mean,
Are
they're-
they paying in little worm food? Or
Is
do
it
they have
dark
a little
money?
hierarchy of worms telling other worms what to do?
I mean, that's got to be a lot of
This little
dirt to
whimsical
me.
world that we built together is just kind of the stories we kind of cobble together. Am I
Cobb,
right?
do you think someone sent them after me or us deliberately, or do you
Well,
think there's just
Marlin,
like
if
a
I know
farce
anything
here?
about you, someone probably did send it after you deliberately.
Now, why would anyone want worms to sell cars?
Now, here's the thing. Worms might have their own little worlds. We don't know what they're doing. They're just making little tunnels down there. That ants, they can pretty much speak to each
I look
other.
out the window. How many are outside?
And they're not like coming towards the van. You can just, now that you're looking at, there's just like a fuck ton.
They
And the-
really are glistening in the moonlight kind of beautifully,
Now,
if
here's
not
the
for how
thing.
disgusting and
Jamie,
terrifying they
nighttime
are.
now?
You do start noticing all these
Then
worms.
the headlights came on, and we think that would seem scary.
You do
and-
start noticing all these worms, and you're like interested.
Am I hungry?
And this is just specifically, hey, you do start feeling hungry.
Well, there's
Well, I
the
mean,
dead
I'm
one on the
also
floor.
I'm also a little hungry. I thought this wasn't going to take
He
nearly
said not
this
to
long.
put them in your mouth.
Yeah,
So
don't-
I can't.
Yeah, Jamie, he did.
Now,
I
I
mean,
feel some
that
tension on the
didn't-
other line here. I did just do another big old opium here. So do you need more Cobb stories? Once again, I'll get this.
No,
sent
hold
around.
on. Let me check out. Yeah, I'll make sure not to let the gross gray worms
Yeah.
climb into my mouth.
Keep that.
That's
That's the number one. Number two, if it does get in your mouth, spit it out. Maybe if it gets down your throat, maybe maybe throw up. If it goes down your stomach, well, that's not Cobb's territory.
Wait. What if we chew it first?
Well,
Ron gives you a look like he does
feel
not know.
I feel like, maybe that would do a number of things. I don't really eat. No, I will. I have had the worm at the bottom of a tequila bottle, like I said before, but that's just old Cobb.
Did you chew it?
No, you kind of just, you don't want to, do you chew oysters when you eat them, madam?
Yes.
Yeah, you give him one bite. You just gotta look at the cracker crunch and the.
Cobb has met many a character in his day, but you, Miss Jamie, are piquing my interest. So
You're supposed to chew all your food before you eat it.
no, not everything, but that's a little life lesson you can maybe learn on your own later.
Should I write that down? Don't chew everything?
Hold on now.
Dogs chew everything, and they are beloved for it.
I beg to differ. I've given a dog an entire chicken nugget and watched it slide gracefully down its throat.
As y'all are on this
Completely
phone call,
unmolested by the
Jamie,
teeth and
you
mandibles.
give me an act under pressure check, which is with cool.
That was a 5 plus 2, so 7. Give me a hard choice.
You're sitting here and Cobb is going on with his very well thought out stories in a perfect accent that I will be able to nail past this episode.
We're going to be calling Cobb a lot.
Yeah. So Ron and Marlin are talking, and you just have this deafening ringing in your ears as you're not paying attention to anything they're saying. You just hear the slithering of these worms as they're inching their way on the ground, moving past the leaves, pushing dirt as they make their way forward. Your mouth starts to just salivate as you just see the handle of the door that is unlocked and these worms moving outside. The two of you are just looking over at Jamie, and she just is staring out the window and just has fucking a blank look on her face.
I'm bored too, but I haven't found a way to break off the conversation
No,
yet.
like I said, Grandpappy did have cancer back in the day, but what actually it ended up being,
Hold on.
It was the indigestion. Oh,
Well, Cobb, I
hold
think we're probably gonna have to probably should
that's
let you
fine,
go,
that's fine.
get back to.
my mint julep. Anyways, I'll let you know if I find anything about
Please
these
do. I'll get you some
worms.
real good drugs if you do. Okay, bye, Cobb. Bye.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye.
And then
hang up, and
he hang up, the camera lingers on Cobb. He's like, whoa, that Marlin. Anyways, did I have a dog? And then he's just looking around his house. We cut back to, once again, thank you to Kale. And then,
really good character.
Very good, very fun character. So we
Jamie?
cut back to Jamie's staring out the window.
I say Jamie.
I think, you know how when you squished it, it died?
Yeah. I
I
took
think-
a step back.
That's
as a
normal
man. I
squishing.
kind of moved back. From
I
Jamie.
think if we chewed it, it would kill them too.
Jamie, no.
I feel like that there's the ways that don't break the first rule. Remember, look at the card.
But some rules,
What's
Look
the
at the
card
card.
say?
some rules are made to be broken.
Okay, but the first rule is
It
don't put
says
don't put it
let
in
it in your mouth. It doesn't say don't put it in your mouth. It says don't let it in your mouth.
No, I appreciate
That's
it.
kind of different.
You're splitting hairs. I say this is. I take out my baseball bat. I'm like, this is how. I'm not moving like I'm gonna attack Jamie. You flinched. I was like, I got the baseball bat. I'm like, this is.
And see, that's just as good as teeth for worms' sake. I mean,
And it's a lot safer. You're not having a lesion-covered gray worm going down your throat and giving you.
Does anybody have any snacks?
well, I mean, I had planned to pick up. We were gonna drive to go to the drive up restaurant because that was gonna be sort of the celebratory meal of getting the vehicle. We was gonna go up to the drive up restaurant and order and have the food brought to us. You remember?
Do you think they have the free popcorn at the auto shop like some places have?
I'm almost certain there is a pot of drip coffee and probably some kind of popcorn there.
I can hold out for a little longer, but
I might.
Yeah.
So
sunflower
hungry.
seeds.
As y'all have this conversation, you do see, you saw lights and ambulance. They went to you're all the back. So you do see lights up there. So it did seem like an ambulance came, but you do see there's a tow truck coming in from Trailway Motors.
maybe they have snacks.
I open the door and sort of stand just a little and just stand up on the on the foot
Wait,
rail
if
and
he's
Tell him to
wave.
watch out. Tell
If
him
he
to be
can get
careful.
out, I'm gonna get out and
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
just see if it works.
I'm just standing up and giving him a wave.
Yeah, Ron
I'm
just
and
opens the the driver's side door and waves. Yeah, and so you wave. You see there.
and then gets back in real easy.
You see an older black woman driving the car. She waves. Her name tag says Caroline. Y'all the ones that my wife called about?
Yeah, watch out. There are worms.
Well, yeah, that's Georgia for you. So how about I'm just
Now
gonna
keep
help.
your mouth shut. Look down. Look
Well,
down.
don't tell her to keep her mouth
Hold
shut.
on. My friends
down.
never had mosquitoes. It's gnat season.
Your
It's-
friend, you're okay. Well,
Don't worry. We're just trying to get this van out of
yeah,
here.
I mean, okay. This
I
is a
see you're
weird,
wearing them big galoshes. You should probably be all right. Just
weird way to. Okay, I'm gonna.
Sorry, look on the ground. Like Marlin.
Yeah, she just like looks when she goes. There's nothing. Just I'm gonna yeah.
Are there worms and she can't see them, or are there
Well,
no
because
worms?
there's the
They're
worms
in
seem
the
like they're like
forest.
kind of like in the forest, because like
Okay.
y'all were like
Okay.
kind of back on the
Yeah.
forest, and so she gets out and she looks over at Ron. She goes, "How about you come help me around here? I gotta get this under the hatch."
yeah, sure, of course.
So Ron goes out and is like helping
I
her.
got my gardening shoes
I
on,
like
Marlin.
how I'm like peeking out of the window.
I'm gonna
like,
get out of
over
the car too and just supervise, and I'm there.
I'm
if
just
you
gonna
need
let
help.
Jamie do it. I'm not gonna fight
Yeah,
this.
Jamie, you got a car and you're watching Ron and Caroline do this, and like, Jamie, what do you love about horses?
What don't I love about horses?
Jamie, you're imagining like the most majestic horse.
They
in front of
they
you.
smell great.
You get that sweet horse scent. Ooh, like you can feel it like there's like a breeze of like horse that hits your fucking nose just right.
They're big brown eyes and their long eyelashes.
In front of you, you just see
They're
these
soft.
beautiful eyes, just these eyelashes just batting in front of you. This long nose. Oh my god.
They're so soft.
Oh my
It's
god,
so
so
soft
soft.
when
Oh,
you
and
pet
he
the
and like he
nose.
just puts his like fucking horse face towards you, and he's got the prey eyes.
And they hug you with their head.
Yes, and he's
Instead of
hugging
that.
you, and then like what color's the horse? How big
It's
is it?
brown and it's
brown.
tall.
Oh my god. So what's the
chestnut
color
brown.
color mane does it have?
It's a beautiful reddish brown, and it has a little white spot in between its eyes.
What's its
Fuck yeah.
What kind
That's
of
some
snack
horse
does it like?
right
Does it like
there.
apples or like carrots? Little salt, like-
Carrots, big, like full
What's in your
carrots.
back pocket? Is that carrot?
I smell that too.
You
It
smell
smells
that?
great.
You're feeding the carrot. What's the horse's name?
The horse's name is D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan just like fucking lets out the most magical neigh.
Oh, D'Artagnan.
You just have this like this bond with him. You're just there. You're in the middle of a
So
field. No
gentle.
one's there. Oh, so gentle. He's there, and like just across like the fucking wood line, there's like D'Artagnan's whole horse family, and he looks at you and says like, "You're one of us, Jamie."
I always knew it. I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
Get on my back, and I'll take you to your family.
Thank you.
And you get on, and you're like riding this horse into the sunset, and like it wasn't sunset yet, but you're still doing it. You're in the middle of this field. It's great. It's open, and then like you're feeling like the jostling of the horse up and down, up and down, up and down. And then Jamie, you snap too. Marlin is shaking you and screaming as you are just covered in just worm guts. Like
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, he's like distraught.
I was riding D'Artagnan.
I let her go. And
yeah,
take a
and then
step back.
Caroline and Ron like get up from the van and like look over.
What? Now, so we got it hitched. Let's, Jamie, spit him, spit.
There's nothing to spit.
Yeah, no, but I'm not hungry anymore.
You chewed it up. You swallowed it. Also, Marlin, you saw Jamie eat like 6 fucking worms.
Did she just look normal?
Yeah,
Like,
she
Jamie?
looked
Okay.
normal. Like her eyes kind of like glazed over, and then she just like faster than you've ever seen her move, or most people, just like jumps into the woods and just starts like grabbing instinctively these worms and just like shoving them in her mouth and just like just chewing down on them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Jamie's on that new forage and keto diet.
Yeah.
And nods at Marlin, trying to like.
It's a real quirky thing
I'm gonna
our
need to
friend
ask
does.
the 3 of you up front real quick. Do you have money to pay?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Of
How
course.
much?
I'm just gonna need to see it real quick because you did tell me something about your friends eating worms. You're very nice though.
Well, thank you.
You can ride in the truck with me. You two, you can sit in the van.
What's
I
a tow
like them.
usually cost? Like a couple hundred?
Yeah,
Ron?
yeah.
Give the woman
Well, we're
some
gonna
money.
here's a couple of hundred to get started. We're gonna need the van. We're gonna try and figure
Great.
out what
I'll
to do with to
I'll
get this
go
whole
ahead and
van. So
take-
put that on our
You
tab,
can-
whatever's
you
extra.
can come inside. Once the 2 of you just when we get
I can't.
to the shop.
I
you,
have to be in the van with Jamie
you did kind of tell me to shut my mouth as soon as I saw you.
because there were worms.
I don't see. I
didn't
see
mean
the
to-
worms now.
See, there's worms.
I
I
see
didn't
the
want
worms.
you to
But
get
I
that
put them in my
possessed by
mouth and it was
worms.
fine.
She put it in her
I'm
mouth.
sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to be rude. My
It's
name's
okay.
Marlin. I'm sorry. We got off on the wrong
Nice
foot.
switch up, Carolina. Run Trailer Motors. I think.
Sincerely, I was saying it to try to save your life because there are
It's-
worms that are possessed. And then I point at the dealership. Is there anything weird coming out? Because this has been past 5
EMTs
minutes.
with worms in their mouth screaming about deals.
Since y'all are in like the back, you don't see inside of the dealership. Okay. And she goes, all right, well, I it's just.
You can ride in the van with me.
No, we've had a long day. It's just been a weird afternoon.
I'm not gonna eat worms if that's what you're worried.
I'll sit in the back.
Yeah, my friend Marlin's just very much against this diet, and I don't think it's I don't think it's a good idea myself.
I'm gonna go ahead and just hop in that van. Y'all sitting there.
I'm gonna come
sit
in the front.
You're a very, very big man.
You're gonna
have to put the seat back.
Well, I hope it goes back far. Well, I'll just scrunch down a little bit here.
Sorry about that. All right, well.
Oh, got my knees. All right, they're up and all right.
Okay, I'll get in the van with Jamie.
I don't understand.
Well, we can talk about it later. I just sit in the front looking at her holding my baseball bat.
We sat in the van earlier. It was fine.
Jamie, you just like blacked out and ate a bunch of possessed worms.
What? No.
Look in the mirror.
I think I fell.
Jamie, don't lie to me.
In the worm.
Don't lie to me, Jamie. You didn't fall face first into a bunch of lesion-colored worms. You ate them. I watched you. You blacked out. I bet there was just some look in your eye.
I don't remember though. So I don't think it happened.
That's not how things work, Jamie. Just sit right there, and we'll get towed, and we'll figure it out.
The Trailer Motors trucks exit the dealership with the van in tow. Our passengers notice nothing going on in the inside of Crazy Carl's cars as they drive away. The camera holds on a wide shot of the building before zooming into the interior. As the camera pushes in, we see a hand struggling from off screen to reach the phone. But before it can, it's snatched away. The camera lingers on this shot of the phone ringing as a fuzzy, blood-covered purple worm crawls across the keypad. Oddity Roadshow is an actual play podcast using the Monster of the Week system.
I'm Paul Byron, and I played Ron the Chosen.
I'm Allison Maier, and I played Jamie the Monstrous.
I'm Shannon Strucci, and I played Marlin the Crooked.
And I've been your GM, Joel Ruiz. Music by People Need Goals, Zach Nichols, and Sarashu, with character art by Christina Marina and episode art by Sarah Gobble. For additional information, please visit our website at oddityroadshow.com. And thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of Oddity Roadshow. I am Joel Ruiz. I've been the GM of Oddity Roadshow, and I'm here just to give you a little post-show notes. Like, one of the first things is maybe you want to go to review us. It'd be tight. Because like I said, this is our first episode. It's really crucial now and at all points, but especially now to get the word out there. So if you enjoyed Oddity Roadshow, I would love for you to tell people about it. Maybe make a couple tweets at Oddity Roadshow is our handle. You can tweet at us or just tag us with hashtag Oddity Roadshow. You can also go review us. That's really important right now, especially like I said in the beginning. We're on iTunes. We're on all the podcatchers. We're on Spotify. Anything you can review us on, please go do that. Also, just tell your friends. That's definitely the lifeblood of podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed the show and you would like to hear more from myself and the rest of the cast, we do have a bi-weekly show on the off weeks of the show called the Oddity Post Show. And you guessed it, yes, just like everyone else, it's a talk show that we record right after every episode. So if you want to hear us talking about behind the scenes stuff, inspirations for things, or being dumb, go listen. Here's a little clip now.
You
the shoulder
shake
sound.
hands,
Okay, yeah, let's
but
do
you
it.
point your first two fingers,
Okay.
and then you
Like this?
then you stab each other and go buzz buzz.
Oh,
like you
buzz. Oh, yes. Hornet handshake.
coming up with
Made
it.
by Allison.
Allison is here
That'll
filling
go,
in the
yeah.
holes in the lore.
Him bombing
The himbometer?
The himbometer is a fair reference. I would actually like to, if you want to set up a
The
scoring system for Ron,
yeah.
how this episode scores on the
The
Ron
himbometer.
himbometer.
I wanted to say we could make a con man scale for Marlin and a horse squirrel scale for Jamie, but we're always 10s.
And that is available only on Patreon. So go check out our Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Oddity Roadshow. You can also go to our website, oddityroadshow.com. You'll find tons of information on the show. You'll see all the art that we got from Christina Marina, an amazing artist who did custom playbooks for us. She did all of the character art we'll have up on there. We also have the logo and all of the show image art from our friend Sarah, who's at Boxcard Sarah on Twitter. She'll actually be doing all of the art for the upcoming series, for the episode arts and arc arts. And then, I already mentioned them before, but the music by People Needs Gold, Zactacles, and Sarashu, all amazing. You can find all of that on our Bandcamp. If you're a Patreon member, you get access to all those songs already. Bandcamp, you can just listen to them. You can stream the whole songs. They're all great. They're all amazing. You can throw us a few bucks if you want to get them. Like I said, though, all of these links can be found all in one place on our website, oddityroadshow.com, which will have a bunch of extra cool things up there. We'll have a little interactive starting guide and map so you can follow along with the gang as they go from town to town. And we're going to eventually put up some cool little Easter egg videos that you can only find on the website. And then we'll post a couple of clips on Twitter, of course. So please go follow us on everything. Make sure to tell all your friends. And thank you for listening to the first episode of Oddity Roadshow. Make sure to come back in 2 weeks for episode 2, Strutting Around.
Hey, how's it going there? This is the old friend Cobb, just giving you a little call there, seeing if you got any information for old Cobb there. Looking for some worms here. My friend Marlin. Marlin's calling me asking about some modified worms. So just seeing if you know anything. Also, maybe if you're still running that. Still running that deal on that opium. Old Cobb, I'll go ahead and take you up on that. I'm mainly calling for that. Also, just seeing, also if you know anything about worms, but also mainly trying to get the opium for old Cobb. You ever had a family member with cancer?